This stops 87% of business owners from making the money they actually deserve. This video is super important. You would not believe how many people I have daily conversations with who get this one thing wrong and end up giving up because they just don't solve this problem. They don't even recognize that it's actually the bottleneck. This should be a fairly short video, but I want you to stick with me through the whole thing because we're going to go through the progression and see, and I bet you for 80% of you who watch this video, either you're not doing this at all or you're not doing it to the extent you need to be. So here we go. So why is it that you're not making money? I'm going to assume you have an awesome offer. If you don't, whole separate conversation. This is not a video primarily about offers, but I'm going to assume you have an awesome offer. Just today, I published this video right here talking about if you're a beginner, I highly recommend leaning into an affiliate offer that's already a proven winner that you know for a fact is converting. So we can just take someone else's awesome offer and promote it ourselves. If you have your own offer, maybe it's not awesome yet. That's what you should work on. But we're going to assume that you have an awesome offer for the purposes of this video. I love this quote. I meant to attribute it to Alex Hormozy, I forgot, but your biggest problem in the beginning is irrelevance. No one knows who you are and no one knows about your offer. So I want to kind of dissect. I want to walk through this because even the people who know you don't know enough about your offer. You don't tell them enough that you have an awesome thing that would solve their difficult problem. So let's walk through this. Number one, you are not telling people you're on your email list about your offer enough. Let me reverse this for you. Think about who is on your email list. Think of how often someone shows up on your email list and you go, who was that? Did I ever subscribe? I don't know this company. I don't know this brand. I don't know this person. How did they get here? And the truth is you probably opted in. You probably gave them your email address. You probably gave them permission to contact you. But for whatever reason, they are not top of mind. 1,000 reasons, right? You have a lot of things going on in your life. You have your own problems. You have your own family. You have your own hobbies. You have your own responsibilities. You have your own things to do. This person is not a priority in your life, and they are not reminding you of their awesome offer. They are not telling you, they're like, hey, every day that you don't get my awesome offer, your pain is going to continue. Every day that you don't get my awesome offer is one day farther away from the pleasure that you desire. So we know our offer is solving a pain point, or it's either leading them away from pain or toward pleasure. And we need to tell people that. If you are a genuinely good person, you should actually believe that the thing you have solves their problem, and we need to tell them that. Because we know they are currently experiencing pain that they don't need to experience, and they are not experiencing the pleasure that they could experience if they had your awesome offer. But beyond that, you aren't getting enough emails onto your email list. Who cares if you tell 100 people? You can tell 100 people 5 times a day. If it's only 100 people, you're not going to make many sales. You're not making enough money because you aren't emailing your list. You aren't making enough money because you aren't getting enough emails onto your list. Next, your lead magnet isn't solving a pain point and offering a quick win. Stick with me because this is all really going to come together here in a minute. And we haven't gotten to what is the actual reason why you are not making money. But we're going to get there. But your lead magnet isn't solving a pain point and offering a quick solution. Here, both of those. If you don't understand what the pain is, how can you solve the problem? How can you give them a win if you haven't identified the pain? Your lead magnet has to solve a pain point and do it quickly. So one of the big differences, I've been talking fast through a lot of this video. Let me pull back. I'm very passionate about this, and you'll see when we get to what the actual reason is down here. I just think so many people get this wrong, and I have many times in my own journey. I think it's even worse right now with AI, which is crazy. But the amount of lead magnets, which is just a generic fluff, just a generic piece of crap that even if people got it, would poorly represent your brand, is crazy how much this is out there. We have to say, okay, we know your pain. This is a great opportunity where we can get you a quick win. And again, the quick win is really important because now they're going to believe you when you make more claims in the future. If you promise them that you can bring about some relief, they're overweight, doing this is going to cut 5 pounds in the next week. Don't say it if you're not going to fulfill it, but if you're able to fulfill it, you've just proven to them that you really can help them. and you have allowed them to get a quick win. Use this strategy for 1 week, do this amount of reps, and you're going to make at least $20, a bare minimum of $20, right? So identify what the problem is. They need to make a side income. They need to lose weight. They need to fix this relationship with a spouse or with a child or whatever, or with a brother or a sister. Do these things, and within 2 days, within 3 days, within a week, you're going to get this desired result, because our lead magnet should solve a problem, something that hurts them right now, and it should promote a quick win. We develop trust, and now when they're on our email list and they're getting all these emails, they actually believe us that our offer is that awesome because we gave them an awesome lead magnet that helped them with their problem. But here's the other problem. You're not creating the right content. So because you're not creating the right content, you're not getting many people to opt into your lead magnet, which means you aren't getting emails onto your list and you aren't emailing people about your offer enough. But why is it that you're not creating your the right content? I want you to think about this before I actually unveil the actual reason and sit on it for a second. Think about how much AI slop you're seeing right now. I'm doing a lot of traffic on Facebook, so I'm seeing a lot of generic junk AI stuff. And it's so tempting because it's so easy. We've talked a lot about using AI to create content. For Facebook, at least, one of my benefits is I'm able to use these videos, plug the transcripts into AI. So it's my ideas, my strategies, my tactics, my brain going into this. But the amount of people who were just like, give me a post or copy this post and reword it, it's just crazy. Here's the reason. This is for 87% of people, the actual reason that you are not making money in your business. You do not understand your avatar. You do not understand your avatar. And because you don't understand your avatar, you aren't making the right content. And because you're not making the right content, your lead magnet isn't solving a pain point. Because you're not solving a pain point, they are actually on your email list because you gave them a lead magnet, but they don't care when you email them. So I want to dive into this. We'll do a separate video where I really go into how to build this out in a really detailed way. I do this inside the Authority Engine, so you're welcome to book a call using the link down below. We can talk about this in your business and how well you actually understand intimately your avatar. You can also pick up the free training to 10K months. Highly recommend doing all of that. But the actual reason, or the reason you don't understand your avatar, is because people don't talk about avatar. People talk about niche. What niche are you going to go into? And then what sub niche are you going to go into? I made one video, which honestly, I don't think I planned it to be as good as I think it ended up being. This one right here, the thumbnails niches are dead. And I went a lot into interest stacking, definitely worth the watch. But the actual reason you don't, or when I say you don't understand your avatar, going into a niche and talking about finance, no one cares. no one cares about finance. They can go get their information from Google. Now they're going to go get it from ChatGPT. If they're going to watch finance, they're going to go watch Graham Stephan. They're going to go watch the 10 people out there who are top dogs when it comes to finance. They're going to go find people who are better at it than you. They're going to go find people who have made more money and used it more responsibly and have more wins and have more losses they can learn from than you. Most of the time, they don't really care about your opinion of finance. But you want to go into finance and you want to talk about finance because you actually are good at finance. What you have to do is develop an avatar. You have to develop an intimate picture. Like if you were to, I don't think I have an option over here. I wish I could put a little, do I have a smiley face? I want a regular smile. I should have thought about this before. We're just going to grab this right here. So say this represents a person, the person's name, classic, Bob. Haven't heard the name Bob in a while, actually. Here's Bob. What is everything that you can possibly know about Bob? What kind of job does Bob have? How old is Bob? Male or, well, I suppose assume he's a male. You just go through this massive list. What are his interests? What has he tried? What is his problem? Ideally, number one, let's say Bob wants to make money. Bob wants to lose weight. Bob has a dog and wants it trained. Bob, whatever, right? Like whatever niche you're in, whatever the thing is that your offer is doing, whatever it's about, Well, you actually should start here. But you have this avatar, you know everything about him. And now what we're going to do is identify his 1 to 3 top pain points. What is the thing that makes Bob hurt? What is the thing that makes Bob, where's my cry emoji? What is the thing that makes Bob sad? Like, what is the thing that Bob wakes up thinking about, he goes to bed thinking about? Is it an issue, a relationship with his spouse, his children, his brother, his sister? Is it he doesn't have enough money in his pocket and he's not able to provide for his family? Is it health? It's usually health, wealth, relationships is why I keep going into those three spectrums the most. But what are the 1 to 3 pain points? And then once we understand those pain points, once we understand everything there is to know about Bob, we have a 4, 5, 6 page document listing everything about Bob. 100% of our content. Where's my arrow? Here we go. Is this part necessary? No, but 100% of your content has to be to Bob. 100% of it. You don't make some generic slop. You don't go copy somebody who has a different avatar. You don't go find really good Facebook posts that went viral for somebody else, copy and paste those in because they don't have the same avatar you. You are speaking to Bob. Everything that you said. Now, what you could do is go find viral pieces of content, use a project on ChatGPT or Claude and say, hey, this is my avatar. This is the post that went viral. Write this to Bob. And now we've created viral content, viral proven ideas, and we're actually writing them to our avatar. We're writing them to Bob. We're trying to make Bob not sad. We want happy Bob, not sad Bob. And we know for a fact right now, Bob is this. We want Bob, move that. We want Bob to be this. If Bob gets our awesome offer, he's going to be happy. Okay. So every piece of content we create is for Bob. We have to understand his pain point. So before no one wanted your offer because you weren't solving a pain because you didn't understand your avatar. Like they're in finance, so they here's an investment portfolio. Who cares? Like that's not what Bob cares about. Like Bob has very specific concerns. So now that we know intimately Bob, we know his biggest pain points, how long he's been dealing with those, the things he's tried but hasn't worked. Now we can craft a lead magnet that solves his pain points. It is aware of the things he's already tried. It's giving another solution. It's like, yes, you've tried these things, but this is actually going to help you. And it offers a quick win. So now Bob believes you. So he's seen your content. He was interested. He was interested enough to check out your lead magnet. You said, I'm going to solve your pain point. You said, I know you've tried this, and this, and those things didn't work, but this is why this will. So he says, okay, I've tried everything else. This isn't probably going to work, but let's try it. He tries it, and then he gets a win. Bob wanted a win. So now Bob is at least a little. He's somewhere in between. He's like half and half. Because he got a quick win with your thing. Now he's onto your email list, and now you are going to constantly remind Bob of your offer. Bob is going to forget about your offer. Bob has a lot of crap going on in his life. He needs to be reminded. He needs you to tell him over and over, like, I've got this awesome thing. Remember, you went through my lead magnet. You got a quick win. It worked for you. I can solve this at a higher level. I can relieve more pain. I can lead you to pleasure. And the way I'm going to do that is with my awesome offer. But everything, the content, the lead magnet, and the emails are all to Bob. This is everything. Understanding deeply who your avatar is the mistake that 80% of businesses make. It's why you aren't making enough money right now, is because you were speaking to the void. You are generic in a specific world. No one cares. No one wants more generic information. Like, people want to be spoken to intimately and truly. What this means is you are not going to have as many followers. You're not going to have as many subscribers, but you don't need a lot to make money. You don't want 1 billion people who are watching random pieces of content. You want 100 Bobs who have this problem that you can solve with a lead magnet, and it would be a game changer for them if they got your offer. You want 100, 1,000, 5,000 Bobs. You don't need 100,000 followers, subscribers, or whatever. So this is the game. Understand your avatar. Make sure every piece of content is directly for your avatar. Make sure your lead magnet solves a deep and intimate pain point. Communicate to them in such a way that you know what they're hurting, what their pain is and what they've tried and why this is different than the things they've tried before. And then email them continuously addressing their pain and the pleasure that they are trying to get to, because you know this person intimately. If you do this, it will be a game changer for your business. So the biggest problem is you just haven't met enough. Like, Bob does not know about you because you're not speaking to him. You're speaking generic. Start speaking directly to Bob. Let him know who you are. And then through that, let him know about your offer. And then you will start making the money that you want and deserve. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. This was a little bit of a different video. But this is, I just see this so stinking much. People make generic crap and they wonder why it's not converting. You're not talking to anybody. You have to start talking to anybody. I hope this was helpful. If it is, let me know in the comments. If you have questions, thoughts, concerns, anything else, let me know in the comments. Always happy to make a video specifically about the questions you have. So please do let me know. Thanks, and I'll see you again in the next video.